Related rates.
Okay, so that's what this section.
For exercise 1 through 41, assume all variables are differentiable functions of t.
Wow.
AKA for every problem in this section.
So they're only 41.
Yeah. Alright, so number 2. I'm not going to write out the whole word problem because it's just excessive. If y'all want to leave room to do it, you can. But the radius r and surface area s of a sphere, so I'm going to note that it's a sphere, are related by the equation s equals 4 pi r squared. Stop that. Write an equation that relates ds dt to dr dt. AKA take the derivative. So what's the derivative of this with respect to t?
ds over dt.
Just call it ds dt.
Whatever. I'm
So much
trying
faster.
to write it out as I'm saying. 8 pi r. Oh,
Derivative.
dr dt. Always
For some reason, the first day I taught this, Josh just laughed the whole time.
Why?
I don't know. I'd be like, dv dt equals 1/3 dr dt ds dt, and he just would crack up. I was like, what is so funny?
I don't know. RDT just makes you think of dirt.
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 4. The power
Is that all we have to do?
for that problem.
What?
What?
I don't like this. It doesn't take up enough space.
I like it.
The power, be careful what you wish for. The power P in watts of an electric circuit is related to the circuit's resistance R in ohms and current I in amps by the equation P equals
Who are we talking about?
RI squared.
I
Watts.
I heard something about. I don't even know what.
Power equals resistance times current squared.
I was gonna
Power.
say intensity. That could be the same thing.
So part A,
Why is current?
how is dp dt every time related to dr dt and di dt? 1 second. Take the derivative. Hello? Uh-huh. I don't know. I would assume whatever it said in the email is accurate. Your best bet might honestly be to contact Gene. Yeah, because I'm assuming he's driving them. And I mean, the bus isn't leaving without him, so I don't know. That would be my only thing. I also don't know where she would be. She was going to run around and do a few things, I think, on campus. So I don't know exactly where she might be at the moment. Where are they playing? In Virginia Beach? Oh wait, it's just middle school boys though, right? Then that might be accurate, but I do feel like that's a little late. So I don't know. Gene might be the best option. So yeah, no problem. Bye. Not my job. Not that I mind trying to help, but I don't know the answer because it's not my job.
I wasn't really paying attention to what was not your job.
Athletics. Departure times.
I was busy.
I don't know, but those early dismissals at 3:15 really just put a damper on the day.
I can understand why.
All right, so did we take the derivative of this?
Yeah.
What do we get?
You got this, Virginia?
No, I did it wrong, and so I have to redo it.
So dPdt equals I squared drdt plus 2ir didt.
I have to look and make sure it's right.
I just rearranged everything
And then,
because it looked better that way.
that's it for that one. Part B, that's why I was looking at it. I was like, what's the difference in this one and this one? How is dr dt related to di dt if p is constant? So basically, what changes?
So we don't have dPdt anymore, we just have 0.
Yep. So the first thing I would do is just rewrite this. Because it's almost like we didn't need to retake the derivative. We could recognize that the p was only on the left by itself, so I just replaced that with 0. But essentially, I replaced p with 0 in the original, and I retook the derivative. So I want to get dr dt by itself. Any ideas?
Subtract the 2IR stuff. Like,
Well, yeah, you
Move it
can
over.
you can subtract either way. So yeah, that's fine if you want to do it that way. We can do negative 2IR di dt equals I squared dr dt. I also don't know why I changed colors.
for fun.
Was it okay that I just moved that I just divided by I squared in that one step as well?
Oh, I thought you meant you divided by I squared right here, and I was like,
No, after moving the thing over.
Yes, that's what I'm about to do. Dividing by I squared, so I get negative 2r over I, right? Yeah. di dt equals dr dt. John. Y'all aren't going to want to go back to normal problems after these ones.
No, I like it here.
This class ended at 39.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have 13 minutes. But
Actually,
it's
yeah,
microwave.
Actually.
I said according to the microwave.
Actually.
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you for telling me to.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's good to know.
Oh, thank you for that. Oh, no problem. dPdt.
No, yeah, I agree. The only reason I'll cut some slack this time is because of the family situation this week, but normally no, I wouldn't. Bye.
Is everything alright? I'm just going to keep sheep.
I'm a strong, capable sheep. I'm a strong, capable sheep. We have 23 kids in choir now.
That is a lot. Are they all
That's
gonna be on
almost
stage
2
at once?
dozen.
Is
Huh?
there any-
I said that's almost 2 dozen.
Well, we had 19 there last night, and we had 2 more that they are in a sport that's going on right now, so they'll
Oh, yeah.
be here at the end of the month. Like, I think the last Wednesday of the month they'll be back. And then and like we sent them all the stuff so they can be practicing too, like along the way. And then
Are there any like new kids?
oh yeah, like 9.
Where'd they hear about it from? Like
A lot of them from their friends, like, and stuff. And then it's so cute. A bunch of them are like obsessed with Grace and want to like just sit by her and like be with her. It's so cute. And then when my mother-in-law got home last night, she had an email from another parent that has 2 more kids.
that's so cute.
So,
They're gonna add them in.
and there was another kid that I don't actually think we wrote his name down, so he might actually be at 24. Because he came last night to try it out, but he seemed to really enjoy it. He had a really good time, it looked like. So I think he'll probably end up doing. So we might actually have 24.
That's cool.
I kind of think at 25 we might have to cap it just because, as it is, we don't have that much room on stage, but and a lot of them want the same parts, which is really hard because like kids don't really
They don't
understand.
at that age,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
That's the hardest part. I'm glad I don't have to make the decisions. I mean, like
Yeah.
she prays about it a lot, and obviously like all of
Yeah.
that, but it's still just like very stressful. So,
Tough decision.
but we like told the kids, all of you will get something, just may not be exactly what you want, because like there's certain parts that have to go to an older kid.
Yeah.
So,
Is Grace like the main lead kind of?
I'm pretty sure she will be. There's like 3 or 4 kids that could do the 2 main like what I would say are the lead roles, but there's really like 8 lead roles in this one, which is like really weird to try to explain, but like there's 6 superheroes that all have like a main part. And then there's 2 kids because it takes place in a school. So there's like 2 kids that go to this school that technically have the biggest part, but like all those parts are pretty equal.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like hard to explain. Like
So they're like the mainest characters.
they're the
but, like-
mainest main characters, I guess.
But-
Yeah.
But like
So-
the 8 kind of have equal stage
Yeah.
time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So, and then there's like other ones, like a few of the kids that don't really want a speaking part. There's the lunch ladies that throw food. They're the Meet Minion, so they like they're like a food fight in the cafeteria, stuff like that.
That sounds cute.
So it'll be cool. So
Is the same kid there who played the donkey, like the male donkey?
yeah.
He was good.
2 weeks ago he was struggling a little bit. Like he didn't really know if he wanted to do it and all that. But yesterday he was into it.
It was
He was all in.
something clicked.
I think it was like there's more boys doing this one,
Yeah.
so I think like he's like, okay, like I can do this, and he's also like one of the older ones, so he'll probably get like a bigger part. And we kind of told him that like if there's a specific part he wants, like we're pretty much gonna let him have it, because in the last musical he kind of got the short end of the stick because we had to ask him to take a part that he didn't really want
Yeah.
because somebody else had kind of like accidentally memorized the wrong part. So, and he was old enough that like he could handle it, and so we were like, well, in the next one we'll pretty much give you what you want.
Yeah.
How do you memorize the wrong part?
There was just a confusion about what part somebody was going to be, and the kid came in and was like, well, I worked on this part, and we're like, well, you were supposed to work on this part, and so then we tried to like change them.
Switch it up.
I mean, I get memorizing someone else's part just for funsies, but
Yeah, no,
how do
he
you memorize someone else's part?
he got
not-
confused on which character he was, and he thought he was like a bird, and he was actually supposed to be a dog, and then they ordered the costume for the wrong person. They ordered the costume as if it was the kid that didn't really want the part, and they made the other costume as if it was. So anyways, the costumes had already been purchased on the assumption that it was the
Yeah.
bigger kid versus the little kid. It was just there was a lot of factors. So we were like, this one you can kind of pick what you want.
Yeah.
So.
It's too much.
He and his siblings are also in a dance recital. They do hip hop, and I like low key want to go watch them.
That actually sounds so cute.
So
They'd be good. They seem very. Do they go to that church?
I think so. But
Cute.
All right, let's do this last one. This one is the last one I think that's just a setup problem.
Oh, fun.
And then the rest of them, I think we start plugging numbers in for stuff, so it'll be kind of a good. Well, I guess this one we do kind of solve something, but it's not as intense as some of the ones we were doing in the packet.
Those were intense.
Huh?
Those were intense.
Yeah.
So we
Very
have more.
intense.
We're doing more examples tomorrow, right?
We'll finish up the last 3 examples, I think, tomorrow. And then I'll make sure that y'all get the answers to the packets and all that. So I may have to move that quiz to Tuesday, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. But all right. So this one says heating a plate heats work. When a circular plate of metal is heated in an oven.
What kind of plate?
I've never put a circular plate in the
A
oven.
circular plate of metal.
Maybe like a pizza pan.
I was getting ready to say a pizza pan. Its radius increases at a rate of 0.01 centimeters per second. At what rate is the plate's area increasing when the radius is 50 centimeters? So basically, dr dt is 0.01 centimeters per second. This is going to throw me off because I wrote these backwards from how I normally do it. The radius is 50 centimeters. And it says, at what rate is the plate's area increasing? I don't understand how the radius of a plate can increase that drastically. I guess that's not really that drastic. But anyways, in the oven, per second, that is a lot. That's a lot. That's crazy. I don't know. Okay, anyways. So the area of a circle is what?
Pi r squared.
Oh goodness.
What?
So we're just going straight into the formula. Okay.
There's my round plate in the oven. Looks more like a washing machine, but that's okay. All right, derivative of this.
What kind of washing machine do you have?
dA over dt is equal to 2 pi r dr dt.
Yep. So again, I obviously could have found the area of this. Don't need to because I don't need area to be subbed into the formula. I'm solving for dA dt. So plugging in dA dt equals 2 pi times 50 times 0.01. I don't think that number is right. Maybe it is. Let me see.
What do you mean? Does it just say pi?
Times 0.01. No, it is right. Okay.
Is it just pi?
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say 2 times 50 is 100. Point.
Yeah, I was
01.
trying to do 50 times 0.01. That's why I was like, I don't know if this is right. It was just throwing me off. Anyways.
That was a choice.
So my dA dt I can replace is pi centimeters squared per second. And again, they leave it in terms of pi, so that's fine. If you wanted to write 3.14 or whatever, blah, 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 you could do that too.
Now, why
So
would I
tom-
go and do that?
I'm just saying. So tomorrow we'll pick up with number 12, which is about a growing raindrop. Now it picks up moisture as it goes through the air. And then we've got one about a kite flying. Ooh, there's an air traffic control one. And then another sand pile one. I gotta make sure that's not the one y'all had. It's a little bit of a harder one than what you had, so we'll go through that one also. And then I'll give you just a few more to go with what you had to make sure that we're good on everything. But I've tried to pick one similar to what we did, but that will also just help you in general, so.